civil service examination and opting to come to Indian Revenue Service income tax. And the training process that we have spreads over about 16 months. We have 2 modules, that is 8 months each. And the module generally concentrates on law and accounts. What we focus here is the domain expertise, and law and accounts are the one that we are being taught apart from the income tax law. And the law, we do have a tie-up with the National Law University, that is Nalsar, Hyderabad, and where their faculty members from the Nalsar teach the law, and they do get this master's degree in income tax law. Everyone gets registered with the Nalsar, and they have to do a project report, and the examination that they do as part of the departmental examination is considered as a compliance to the postgraduate degree. Accounts, this time we have revamped the accounts, that we have tie-up with the ICA and other reputed audit institutions, accounts institutions, and we are getting eminent faculties from the audit and accounts to deliver this part. Apart from that, 80% of the faculty members are from outside. We do have experts, both domestic and abroad, and they do come and deliver lectures on various specialized topics. This year, for this course, especially for 64th batch, we did kind of, for 63rd batch, they went through a kind of changed syllabus. They're focusing on the current developments in income tax, management and operations, and information technology requirements. For 64 batch, what we did is the same syllabus continues, but the focus of training has been shifted. Like Jaishankar was mentioning, there is a kind of an organic flow. Basically, that what we try to do is that which should be taught when, how we should be taught, so that there is no duplication, there is also a flow. Many of you from humanities background are in a position to absorb the tax and law with ease, rather than having this kind of a complication. And if you look at the current generation of teaching methodology, I think most of them do not prefer to sit in the class and listen to this PowerPoint presentation. I think it automatically switches them off, and we would like to make it more interesting, more innovative and creative. We have large number of attachments. Nowadays they go for close to about 10 attachments. Primarily, I think they go to those national academies like Lavasna, NPA, NASN, and our Indian Military Academy. They do go for attachment with the other institute this time, that they are going to the Infosys Global Academy in Mysore, and they will also be attached to other reputed institutions and like market regulators like SEBI, BSE, RBI. They would be spending considerable amount of time in understanding the kind of financial system in which that we work. In addition to that, they do have international attachment. This time, I think probably they'll be going to more countries. Earlier, they were going to Singapore and Malaysia. This time, we are exploring the possibility to have more countries. So they'll be visiting 3-4 countries in addition to that. And the exposure that you get by way of this international exposure as well domestic exposure will prepare you to take the challenges of maybe whatever is that is there in the department. If you look at it, the tax evasion is becoming very sophisticated, and the tax evaders and the taxpayers are also getting sophisticated. You need to have the right kind of skills to kind of detect the tax evasion. So to that extent that we are equipping you with all kinds of skill. American standards of that whatever the skill development, they have identified about 18 skills which are necessary to be a competent officer in civil service. Especially for a taxman, we look at your information technology skill, digital forensics and cyber forensics. And not only that, we are also teaching you some of the skills which are necessary for you to detect the tax evasion with the kind of ease and effort. That is something that we are planning to set up a digital forensic lab in NADT with the latest technologies and software that would equip you to deal with this kind of situation in the field. In addition to that, you are not only teaching us this hard skill, there are some soft skills. We have about 9 clubs which are functional. We are also kind of setting up a social welfare club to kind of appreciate the taxpayers, the kind of concern the taxpayers have, because the shift has been there from a kind of regulated environment, kind of facilitating environment, where I think that the taxpayer service has become one of the focus. 63rd batch has already had this kind of session on the taxpayer service, and the Sevotam that has taken in a big way in the department. So focusing on that, I think that you would be having more kind of that approach towards the attitude issues, what kind of attitude you should have towards the taxpayers, how you should deal with them, how you should kind of redress the grievances and complaints. These are the issues that we are focusing on that. Probably to get all this, you need to have a better perspective and vision. So these clubs probably that we have, right from astronomy club to nature, wildlife, trekking, I think academy has been buzzing with a lot of activity. 63rd batch has made a beginning. I think yesterday when we had the presentation by the 63rd batch club members, we did see that there is a lot of activity happening apart from the income tax and law. So that does give you a kind of shape you with a kind of wide variety of talent, multitude of talent, and that also prepares you to take life in a much positive way and then to contribute in a much better way to the department. So with that, I wouldn't like to take much time. And what we have ultimately is that I think to make you a most competent tax administrator, that has been our endeavor. And it has been appreciated in the last couple of years by most of the dignitaries who are visiting NADT that we are trying to achieve excellence in whatever that we do. That is why the motto also, if you look at it, that we are kept it as towards maximum and excel in everything that you do. And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and wish all the officer trainees best of luck in the next 16 months. Let me now go ahead with this administration of oath. I would like all the officer trainees of 64 batch to stand up. I will read out the oath in English. Maybe you can do it in the language to your convenience. I do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to India and to the Constitution of India as by the law established, and that I will carry out the duties of my office loyally, honestly, and impartially. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We in NADT lay as much emphasis on extracurricular activities as on academics. It has been the constant effort of the Institute to bring out the creativity and talent in the officer trainees to the forefront. One such effort is Extaxi, the in-house journal of the IRS officer trainees, which is brought out by the Literary Club of NADT. I now invite our chief guest, Shri Vinod Rai, Honorable CNAG, to release this NADT publication, and I call upon Ms. Agnita Pandey and Ms. R. Premi of the Literary Club to assist our chief guest in the same. NADT is a place that nurtures excellence and perfection. In tune with the spirit of the academy, the young officer trainees have prepared a documentary film showcasing their perception of the academy. These creative minds, which are all set to take on the world of work, have once again displayed new facets of their imagination and creativity in this short feature. I take this opportunity to invite our guest of honor, Padma Bhushan Dr. G. Madhavan Nair, to release this documentary film, NADT, a gateway to the world of excellence. And I call upon Shri Amit Pratap Singh, Ms. Namrata Vrishni, and Shri Avanish Tiwari, the makers of this documentary, to please come on stage and assist our guest of honor in releasing this film. I now request our guest of honor today, Shri Prakash Chandra, Honorable Member PNV, Central Board of Direct Taxes, who takes keen interest in the human resource development of officers and is an avid expert in international taxation, to kindly address the Assembly.
Shri Vinod Rai, Comptroller and Auditor General, and Chief Guest Padma Vibhushan, Dr. Madhan Nair, Mr. Shukla, DG NADT, my colleagues at the dais, distinguished guests, officer trainees, 63rd batch and 64th batch of IRS. This is my second visit to NADT campus in last 1 month. Last I visited was the validity function when the foundation course was being, that day when the Chief Minister of Maharashtra was here. It's always a pleasure to be at the NADT campus. You really feel young, you have come back. It's just that we were not trained at this campus. When we were there, then the old MLA hostel used to be there, where we undertook our training. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the 64th batch of IRS, which is joining today. You have a long and distinguished career ahead. It's important that you should realize that now you are a part of the government, you are part of the civil service society. It gives you a lot of privileges, a lot of powers, but there's a lot of responsibilities also. Indian Revenue Service has had a very distinguished history. We have had outstanding officers, and the officers are known for their efficiency and competence. Considering the varied experience, the academic qualifications as read out by Jaishankar, I have no doubt that you will make us proud with your dedication and hard work. Joining the IRS service, nowadays, you must be seeing that it has become more and more professional. We have to compete with people who are trained as far as how to advise the taxpayers with sometimes different objectives. But the officers of the department, they have to keep pace with the modern technologies, the new aspects of tax administration to overcome and meet the challenges. I'm glad to inform, and you would like to know, that the government, the department, is conscious of these challenges, and we are putting more and more emphasis on increasing the capabilities of the officers. Their attachment with the foreign institutions as a part of the training is one of these aspects. We are this year expanding the scope, and we are likely to send our officers for attachment to some other countries who are known for their excellence in the tax administration. I would like you all to remember that as a common man, in today's date, this is my personal experience, he is somehow scared of the income tax department. He likes to avoid, he doesn't feel comfortable. I would like you to create an atmosphere where a taxpayer, when he visits the tax office, he feels that he will get a friendly tax officer who is willing to listen to him, who is willing to help him, who is willing to assist him and guide him how to pay his taxes correctly. What we want is to take the correct taxes, not a penny more, not a penny less. We must imbibe, we must create that atmosphere that more and more people, they voluntarily come forward to pay their taxes, and most of our efforts nowadays are towards that to make it more and more tax friendly. The policies should be like that, the tax administration should be like that people feel that yes, it is my duty to pay the taxes and we are a part of the nation building. I would like you all young friends to always remember that you are the representatives of the department, and wherever you go, whichever way you conduct yourself, please do not forget that you are representing us, and your conduct, your behavior, your performance should make us proud. Our officers, in whichever department they have gone on deputation, they have done extremely good. I am glad to inform that recently one of our officers has been posted to OECD, though India is still not a member of OECD, and this has happened for the first time, that they have taken one of our officers to work with them, being from a non-member country. And within a year, we have got a requisition from OECD for 3 more officers they want. This shows the quality of work, the hard work which our officers are performing, and the value and the quality and the professionalism is being recognized by people who know of it. We have recently, considering that there is a lot of international cooperation and cross-border transactions are there, the International Taxation Division of the Income Tax Department is being strengthened. We have got 2 posts in Mauritius and Singapore, and 8 more posts have been created by the government, where we feel that our officers will be located, who will help in countering the tax evasion as well as better exchange of information. I would like you all to devote your time seriously to the training. 16 months is a good time. The course director informed me that they are improving the course curriculum also based on the feedback they have been getting, giving you the basic information and knowledge about the economic scenarios, the tax policies, the public finance. Of course, professionally, the Income Tax Act will, in any case, will be taught. These will be useful, and I look forward to seeing you at and attaining heights at wherever, in whichever capability you are working. I was happy to see that there is a large number of officers have joined this year from UP and Tamil Nadu. These are the stations where we have a lot of vacancies, so I look forward to most of you opting for these places so that we fill up those vacancies. Once again, I wish you all a very, very best in the department and look forward to seeing you at better places. Thank you.